Organ is recognized for 3 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding on this. You know, I spoke earlier today. This is the seventh attempt by this House to expedite, or now, in this case, we're not expediting permitting, we are mandating permitting. Now, the gentleman just said that, you know, that there's some disagreement here. The bill clearly states that it's the 2011 DEIS, which is deemed to be sufficient, which does not contain the current routing for the line. I mean, we could create somewhat of an extraordinary precedent here. We could just have one generic national pipeline EIS that was done somewhere for something and went through the process and was approved, and then deem that any other pipeline that wants to be built can use that generic pipeline permit. That would certainly expedite things. Would that protect the public? No, I'm sorry, I don't have enough time. But no, I'm sorry, I don't have enough time. I don't.
Well, that'd be correct.
Yeah, well, and that, you know, we would just deem that pipelines anywhere and everywhere met national interest, public safety, and that. I also raised the point earlier that this will transport tar sands oil through a pipeline which the IRS has deemed not to be oil, so it won't pay the normal excise tax to go to the trust fund, which takes care of leaks like the one we just recently had in Kansas. It will go to a tax-free export zone, to a refinery half owned by Saudi Arabia, and this will bring us energy independence. Independence from whom? You know, every time we pump up another barrel, the Saudis and OPEC drop a barrel. They're keeping the price up. There's no free market in oil. You guys all know that. This is not going to save Americans 1 penny at the pump. If you want to stop, you know, save Americans money at the pump, let's go after the speculators on Wall Street who are adding 75 cents or $1 to the price of a gallon of gas. Let's go after the collusion by the oil companies who shut down all the refineries all at once every year at the beginning of the refining season for periodic maintenance, which they couldn't predict was going to happen, or sometimes there's a little accident. Except it turned out last year with an investigation, they weren't really shut down. They just jacked up the price 50 cents a gallon like they always do in May, and just like they did 2 weeks ago. So to pretend that somehow, by deeming this to be sufficient, mandating it happen, allowing a foreign company to build this pipeline across the United States of America, transport tar sands oil to a refinery half owned by the Saudis, to be exported out of the United States, perhaps to China. Over there you're saying, oh, we don't want to go to China. Well, it may well go to China. Go through the Panama Canal. You're not going to stop that. And is going to save the American taxpayers money at the pump and put people to work. Yes, there will be temporary construction jobs, but we can do better, particularly as this committee. If we made the investments we need to make in our water infrastructure, our port infrastructure, our roads, bridges, highways, and transit systems, we could put millions of people to work permanently in this country and rebuild our infrastructure and once again claim world leadership there. We got better things for this committee to be doing.
The gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from California is recognized for 4 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, this amendment guts the bill by eliminating